let's talk first about the Grand Chess Tour here. What do you think when you idealize the tournament? Did you think that so many countries would be contemplated with it in so little time?
Look, the idea was based on my belief that we needed a professional circuit that would not depend on FIDE politics, International Chess Federation politics, and we eventually succeeded thanks to, of course, the big American donor from the St. Louis, and after we had few tries in Europe, we ended up with the Rising Chess Force, the company Superbet from Romania. So we built a very strong foundation for the Grand Chess Tour on both sides of the Atlantic, in Eastern Europe and in the United States. And I'm very happy that we are expanding now. We're moving south, and it's a big opportunity for Latin America to become part of this global chess network. And I think it's not accidental that the São Paulo, which is many believe it's a commercial center of the whole continent, so has been selected. And considering the interest of the sponsor that has been rapidly expanding its business in Brazil, so I think that this event in Brazil will be a traditional one. We always thought that to make it more attractive, you want to add the final with 4 players, because otherwise, as you know, when you have number of events, the final event could become less interesting if somebody is already winning. But knockout final with 4 players, that's what keeps the excitement to the very last moment.
And 4 top players of the world here: Fabiano Caruana, Levon Aronian, Pragananda, and Maxime Vagelagav. Who do you think is going to win?
Look, I will be very cautious, saying 4 top players was huge, with all huge respect to them, and to their accomplishment. So I think we should remember that Magnus is the strongest player, I believe today, Magnus Carlsen, and Gukesh is official world champion. So who actually played, I couldn't qualify. That tells you that the Grand Chess Tour is event, of its own strengths, and even being the world champion, it doesn't guarantee the sport in the Final Four. I would be very cautious in making any predictions. So I would think that Caruana is probably just a bit more stable than others, but it would be a gross exaggeration to say that there's any favorite. I think anybody can win. Again, the future belongs to younger players, but and you have only one representative of young generation, Pragananda. You have 2, by modern standards, it's this as they are. Caruana and VL, this is like. Levon played some great chess lately, and God knows, it could be just his one of his biggest accomplishments. So I think something we can guarantee, something that we can and should expect, is that there will be all excitement. It will all excitement, and the public, both public here in São Paulo and worldwide, our audience will not be disappointed.
Garry, you mentioned the going outside of FIDE to make this tournament work. In the 90s, you had a feud with FIDE, and you were excluded from the rankings and stuff. Do you have any regrets from that time, or do you think it was the right decision at the time?
I have many regrets about my decisions in the past, and I don't think it's worse now just counting all the mistakes and grievances, because at the end of the day, you should look at the balance, and the balance of my life I think is positive, and I'm happy with where I am now. It's a sad experience of the past. You don't want to be a hostage of the political complications. So that's why when you look at the most successful experiments we did back from the World Cup in late 80s, that was outside of FIDE, Grandmaster Association. The first rapid chess tour by Intel in 94-95, by Professional Chess Player Association, and now already 10 years of Grand Chess Tour. So it's not a coincidence. So you don't want too many people to be involved in the decision-making process. It's a professional event. So if you have strong sponsors, and if you have a professional team, so you can do a better job by not being dragged into the political discussions.
Yeah, you talk about the different generations that we have here in the Grand Chess Tour. You talked about Pragananda, you trained Magnus, you trained Hikaru as well. Do you think chess is in good hands now?
Look, chess has been growing, and I am very pleased to see that more and more young players are coming in, and naturally India now is a dominant force. I don't think it's accident. It's just a result of the steady work, because to have a country to advance in the game of chess, you need numbers that are in the most populous country in the world. You need some chess traditions. You need a role model, which is there, yes, of course. And you need an infrastructure to attract younger players and their parents to look at chess as an opportunity. It's there. In India, actually, it's a mixture of some local support, state support. I'm not sure how it works exactly, and some private support. Unlike Soviet Union or in China, where it was just all state dominated. And it seems that the line of talents will not be interrupted anytime soon, because you have more and more little kids just trying to become a new Anand or Prague or Gukesh, and it's statistically it guarantees that talent will be found, because talent does exist everywhere. It's all about opportunities, and India, as providing now these opportunities, because it's a massive network searching for chess talent. So it tells me that the game of chess, again, it's in really good hands. It is a bit unfortunate that when you look at Europe or America, I'm talking about North America or Latin America, South America, yet to point out at the talents of the same caliber, but it's explainable. You don't have to invent reasons. In many countries, chess is not viewed as the game that is attractive for younger players. In the United States, again, the number of kids that are being sent to chess centers, it's minimal compared to India, for instance. It's worth probably noting that all the best young players in America are of Asian origin, Chinese or Indians. So that tells you that there are some social elements of this of the development of the game, of the spread of its popularity, and hopefully, rather soon than later, we'll see the numbers of young players joining chess competitions will grow in South America, especially in Brazil, because the numbers are here. The problem is you still need a role model, you still need an infrastructure, you need the traditions, and in your country, so this is the kids, especially boys, they have other thoughts about being successful.
Yes, of course. And now we talk about the artificial intelligence, the deep blue that you have the opportunity to play against. When you were playing there against Deep Blue and when you eventually lost, did you think that the engines would dominate chess like they're doing right now?
It didn't take too long for me to understand that eventually it will be one-way street, because machines, had steady progress, and even though after the match against Deep Blue in '97, I played two more much less publicized matches against very strong engines, Deep Fritz, German one, and Deep Junior, Israeli one, and both matches ended as a tie in 2003. I mean, I knew it was a race against time. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the game of chess, it's not mathematically solvable. The number of legal moves is insane. But for machines to dominate any game or any field of intellectual activity, it doesn't have to solve the game. It has to make fewer mistakes. And humans are prone to make mistakes. So we're humans, even the best of us, are still vulnerable. So I came out with my idea of advanced chess, humans plus machine playing another human plus machine, back in 1998, already recognizing that chess could become a very promising field, or like a lab, to understand what are the best, what most effective ways of human-machine collaboration.
Do you have any preferences, like Stockfish or Leela or AlphaZero? Do you prefer anything?
no, I don't have Alpha Zero, so that's yeah. So this is the, I don't use it often, but I have a stockfish. I'm not sure what is the 17, the last number.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which number is the last one, but yes, I'm not sure it's the best one. So I think this is my friend Peter Swidler. I think will tell me that this is I'm already outdated, but I don't. I'm just amateur now, so this is for me. It's I'm having a little bit of fun. Actually, a lot of fun.
No, a lot of fun, but never an amateur. A genius is always a genius.
Yeah, but it's but I think you can correctly call me amateur because I don't do chess professionally. Professional means that you prepare. I will play Vichy and Ant, so we'll have match of legends, but Vichy is still very much engaged in chess. His life is chess. For me, chess represents a small portion of my life now, and especially just moving the pieces. So I'm very skeptical about my chances against Vichy, but maybe he'll have his revenge after so many losses he suffered from me before.
And do you miss it, the routine and everything, preparing and stuff? Because you were like the youngest to achieve many records and stuff.
I think we just have to move on. So when I stopped playing chess in 2005 for next few years, so I wanted to keep myself in good shape. So and that's why I was very happy. I had a chance to work with Magnus, with Hikaru, but it couldn't last because my mind was moving in a different direction. I still could just play some not tournaments but some good games. Yeah, and I could be dangerous to anybody if I have a good day and I'm just somehow my mind is working it's directly for chess, not being diverted by some other problems, but it's more like the lucky moments rather than just the process, because it's not just age, it's just you lose your concentration because your brains it's preoccupied with many other things that are of great importance.
Can I ask you some rapid fire questions? Like I'll ask and then you answer just with 2 words and stuff. Can I? Okay. What's your favorite sport outside of chess?
Football.
Do you support like some club here? Do you know some club here in Brazil?
I think I was in '96. I think I watched one match in Rio. I think it was Vasco da Gama club. I'm not sure they play Botafogo. I'm not sure what team they play. But yeah, of course I watched every World Cup since 1970. And I have very vivid memories of many events. My first greatest memory was Brazil-Italy 4-1, the final of 1970. I can vividly remember how Pelé scored, just in the beginning of the match. So this, yes,
with the header.
Yes, the header, and Roberto Carlos, the fourth goal. So I watched, of course, in 2022 World Cup. Obviously, as a Croatian citizen, I'm very happy to see that Croatia has, phenomenal performance just among smaller countries. This having 2 bronze and 1 silver medals for a country of that size. So, but I'm less interested in it. If there are great matches, so this is very interesting matches. So yes, I'll watch them, but I'm not following this very closely as I used to be.
Do you have a favorite piece in chess, or do you think everyone is important?
No, it's the best piece of chess is one that is most useful now.
And one final question for this rapid fire: Magnus Carlsen or Garry Kasparov?
Irrelevant question. It depends on your generation and your experience. It's the same as asking, Maradona or Messi.
Yes. You mentioned other problems in your life and stuff. I think you're talking about politics, that you're more involved in politics now. Recently, you had a phrase that had some repercussion about like Trump and Putin and stuff. What do you think that the world is going right now with this authoritarian governments, and do you think that this new generation can go somewhere where they can be free, they can express their free speech?
Freedom is something that you have to defend. So it's and every generation has to go through this experience, and even in America, the cradle of modern democracy. So
we are witnessing now massive problems because the regime, Trump's regime, is very authoritarian, and as you know, I'm very actively engaged in defending freedom in America, using my, who could have imagined it, Soviet and Russian experience, and that's definitely takes considerable amount of my time, because I think that without freedom, without proper democratic traditions being preserved, I think the humanity will not make progress. So that's why I think my fight now is the best contribution I can make today for humanity.
Thank you, Garry.